So, Madden has changed so much over the years. Guys, today we're starting off in Madden 2002, 23 years ago, to see how much the Philadelphia Eagles have changed stadium-wise from Madden 2002 all the way up to Madden 25. Now, there is a couple of stipulations here, okay? After Madden 2002, we got to skip forward because for some reason, 2003 and 2004 didn't have any change. There was no change in 2003, 2004 to the Philadelphia Eagles Stadium in Madden. So if there's no change from a year to another year, we just skip until there is a change, okay? So hopefully that makes sense. This way we can avoid this video being like 6,000 hours long because there really isn't a point to show the same exact stadium 74 different times if it doesn't change. So for example, this is Madden 2005, where it actually looks a little bit better. It's a little bit brighter. It's less like pixelated. Still not the greatest, but it still looks decent. And also check out how the fact that the Jumbotrons actually look realistic. Like, I've complained about this many times in Madden 25 and Madden 24 as well, but the Jumbotrons in those games are absolutely atrocious. They don't do anything. All they do is just show the same logo of the team 1,000 times. Back in the day, Jumbotrons used to actually show the field. Used to show us what was going on during the game. Also, locker rooms weren't really a thing until Madden 19, so you're going to see there's not much upgrades with locker rooms until, like, again, Madden 19. With that being said, though, still a good-looking stadium. I really do love Financial Field. It's a simplistic stadium, but it still looks very, very good. Now, skipping forward, we're going to skip forward to, I believe, Madden 2006, which is the next on the docket after 2005. And this is when we get into the Xbox 360 days. So we started off with the the original Xbox / PS2 days. Now we're into the Xbox 360. This one is, you could tell it's not as bright as the old ones were, but it is better graphics. It's more powerful hardware. That's what I'll say. It's not the greatest looking, but it's more powerful across the board. Also, I kind of realized that I never realized in Madden 25, the picture on the right hand side right there. So on that picture on the right hand side over there, I believe that is Michael Vick. Or maybe like another guy. I think that's Michael Vick. I'm going to go with Michael Vick, but I don't think it's Michael Vick. And also look at the Jumbotron. Yeah. Xbox 360, baby. Madden 06. All right, let's get to Madden 07. This is the Madden I actually love the most. This one I played the most when I was a child was 2007. Because they also had a franchise edition, which was awesome. Jumbotron is still your typical crap, which is just literally just shows the Eagles. It doesn't even like flash into anything else. It just shows the Eagles logo over and over again on both Jumbotrons. EA Sports, it's like over the years, the Jumbotron just kind of fell off the face of the earth pretty much. Still no tunnels, sadly. Eagles fans, you can tell me down below, who is that in the right hand side there? I thought that was Michael Vick. Is that not Vick? It looks like Vick to me. Looks like Vick in a all white jersey. It's probably somebody else. There's only two guys it could be, Vick or McNabb, and 2007 was the year before McNabb. So, or McNabb made the cover at least. Obviously McNabb. Wait, hold up. McNabb. No, McNabb got drafted, I believe, in 2000. He was the pick before Achilles Smith, which I am a Bengals fan. So if you know anything about the history, Achilles Smith wasn't that good. Was good at Oregon, not good in the NFL. With that being said, though, let's go ahead and switch over to Madden 2008. Next one on the docket here. And for some reason, there's a snowstorm during this one. Not sure why. Jumbotron is still same old, but for some reason this just gave me a snowstorm when I went ahead and did this one. It's kind of funny to see the older Maddens and how much more the snowstorms actually impacted everything more than it does nowadays with Maddens. Nowadays with Maddens, like it could be a snowstorm and it's like a nothing burger. Although if you have not seen it, make sure you check it out. I did have mods on the channel where I add blizzards, and those are actual blizzards. These are make-believe blizzards. So we do have a player over there as always. And again, it's amazing to see how much it has not changed over the years. I kind of am amazed, not like from a Madden standpoint, just Lincoln Financial Field, how much it is almost exactly the same from Madden 2002 all the way up to Madden 25. So now skipping forward, we are going to be headed to Madden 2009. This is the one with Brett Favre on the cover, and this is the one that was, I believe, on Xbox 360 and Xbox... No, this was the last original Xbox version of Madden. And also Madden 3 and also on 360. Madden 25 was when we get into like next gen Xbox One edition and 360 edition. But still, a lot brighter, graphics are better, and I'm also now able to like zoom out a little bit more so we can actually see like around the actual stadium. There's not much going on around the stadium. It's a very, very small map, and that same concept applies to pretty much all the Maddens we have here, is that it's going to be a very small map until we get to Madden 19. That's when we're going to really see, you know, a gigantic map around the stadium. But most of these stadiums, how they did it was any area you could see, they would add little areas around. And if you can't see it, they're not going to add much detail at all, which again makes logical sense because nobody cares about areas they can't see. And then I come around and just go crazy with some of the ideas I have. So now we're into Madden 10, the 2 years before the greatest Madden of all time, which was Madden 12. Jumbotron got a little bit, you know, more fancy, more things going on the Jumbotron. It does say penalty. It actually shows some graphics and stuff like that. A little bit better, you know, animated wise. It's not as plain and boring as some of the other Maddens were. When it comes to the Jumbotron and how Madden is nowadays with the Jumbotron. If there was a penalty, a touchdown, it would actually show that on the board. Again, didn't really show the field much, but it did show, like, you know, stuff that was happening, which I can give somewhat of a W2 with EA Sports. Again, got to keep those W's close to the chest. Next Madden on the docket here is going to be Madden 11. This one was with Drew Brees on the cover. And this one, again, 1 year away from the best Madden of all time, which was Madden 12. So Madden 11, it's so weird how it gets like lighter, darker, lighter, darker, lighter, darker, lighter, darker over and over again. You can see we do have some more area on the outside. I feel like over the years, EA Sports added just a tad bit more area across the board on the outside. But I think we have what? Okay, yeah. I'm going to make sure, because again, like I said, we did skip some Maddens if it wasn't much of an update. So I wanted to make sure I'm not like forgetting a Madden here, but I think we are correct that this is 100% Madden 11. But I wanted to make sure that I'm not missing any Maddens moving forward, and making sure that they are in order. Because what you're seeing real fast is a lot of these Maddens look exactly the same. I mean, it's like a color difference, and that's pretty much it. Anyway, we do have the moving turbines up there with the wind, which is not something that is going to be, you know, happening for all these Maddens, sadly. And now getting into Madden 2012. Beautiful. Let's get into it. This is Madden 12, which again looks a lot like Madden 11. Very much so. Definitely not, doesn't look like Madden 10, because Madden 10 had that, again, just a lot darker atmosphere to it. But still looks very, very similar to Madden 11. Yeah, they really make these upgrades happen, huh, guys? We'll see. We're seeing some beautiful upgrades as we go throughout here. Completely different game. Now, the next game we have on the docket is Madden 13. This was truly an upgrade, Madden 13 was. So I'm very excited about Madden 13 coming up. And Madden 13. Boy, it's darker. This thing just got darker. We just got darker. That's the upgrade. I mean, graphically, it is getting better. Like, don't get me wrong. Graphically, it is getting better. It just feels like it's just getting darker over and over again. Now, the next Madden after this is Madden 25, which I know is funny because Madden 25 just came out this year, but it is Madden 25, the first edition of Madden 25. So, yeah, we got Madden 25 next on the docket. The first Madden 25, not the second version, although we will get to the second version later on. But Madden 25 was the first Madden that had current gen and next gen support. So it was on both consoles, the current gen 360 and the Xbox One or PS4 and PS3. So this was when next gen started becoming really a thing with Madden 25 right here. And the Jumbotron also came back. So with Madden 25, they said, we're going to come out with everything here. We're going to bring back the Jumbotron that everybody loves. We're going to bring back everything that people are excited about. Remember back when EA Sports gave a crap? That was the good old times. That was the good old times. Yeah, EA Sports used to actually really care about this stuff and make sure it's as good as possible. After this Madden, we will be getting into Madden 15, which is the first true exclusive Madden to Xbox One and PS4. And that is right here. Madden 15 looks exactly like 25. Literally looks identical to 25. And then we have Madden 16 after that. And then we're going to get to Madden 19. So, still, again, almost identical. It is insane. It is insane to see the exact copy and paste EA Sports gets away with. It's a roster update, boys. There was a reason why, for the longest time, the roster update joke was a thing. There was a reason why. Because it was literally just a roster update for so freaking long. But hey, it is what it is. Now into, because that's 15. Now this next one is 16. And then we're getting into the actual 19, 20, 20, and then all the way up to 25. So now into Madden 16, which was the year of OBJ. The year of aggressive catch city was, yeah, Madden 16. Yeah, that was the one-handed aggressive catch. Just hold up Y, and you pretty much guaranteed to get a huge play every single time. Which, that was awful. Like, it was actually awful. The one-play tutties every single time, no matter what. Just throw up Y and hold Y, and you're pretty much guaranteed. I don't think anyone actually liked it. I mean, there's probably was somebody out there who loved it, but it was freaking atrociously awful. But Jumbotron still had some purpose, so I guess I can be somewhat happy about that. Jumbotrons actually had purpose. And now we're getting into Madden 19, and this is when we actually start seeing real updates, okay? This is when we actually also are going to be no clipping outside the stadiums. Sadly, I could not no clip outside the stadiums before this. Just isn't possible. So this is when we can actually no clip inside and outside of stadiums. We have locker rooms. We have somewhat of locker rooms. I swear, some of these have locker rooms. I promise. Maybe not. But anyway, this had a locker room. I just realized some of these stadiums really don't have that much locker rooms. Okay, I thought Madden 19 had locker rooms. I could have sworn Madden 19 had locker rooms. And also, we did skip 17 and 18 because they were not any different than 16. Sadly, they were pretty much identical. So there was really no reason to show off those ones. And also, yes, the Jumbotrons were pretty much just plastered on nothing burgers. Now, in case you're wondering, just like as it shows you here, this is what most of the Maddens before 19 looked like on the outside. So all the Maddens that we just looked at, this is what they looked like on the outside. The stadium was not complete in any way, and it was just an empty plain of 2 or 3 different buildings, and that's pretty much it. So that's why, again, even though I couldn't no clip outside the other stadiums, it's not like you're missing much, because you're not. You're literally just seeing exactly what you see here, but that's pretty much that. So the outside of the stadiums were pretty just basically blah, blah, and a little bit more blah. But it is what it is. I mean, again, the older consoles, graphics really wasn't the big thing anyway. It was really just based on, you know, actually playing the game. So, which of course, it is what it is. But once the console started getting better, that's when we started getting, you know, a little bit more perked up with some of these things. But we do also have the Philly Stadium out here. We have the EA Sports Hall of Fame, which did not think that was a thing, but I will take that. Random nonsense, bro. Random nonsense. And we have like shrubs out here. How big is this map? So the one thing about the older Maddens is the map size was never really humongously big. This map size is actually humongously big for no reason. Okay, this is, there doesn't need to be that much space. It's amazing when you compare this to Madden 25. Which again we'll be doing in this video. So after 19 we will be skipping. So we are about to now skip to Madden 25. I was thinking about actually doing Madden 22 to 23, 24. But looking back at it, most of those stadiums are almost identical. The real difference is the outside of the stadium. That's where they worked on the presentation, and they really just homed in on that. Madden 25 is kind of the final product of that, and it's the best looking of all that. So we're just going to skip to 25 because, again, like I said, outside the stadium is really the big difference over the next 3 years, while 22, 23, 24 pretty much all look the same. Stadium wise, there might be a little bit of detail difference, but not much. So this is Madden 25, and when you compare it to Madden 22, holy moly, is have things changed? Okay, like completely changed. Not really, actually. Like the outside of the stadium, these areas you can't see have changed. The areas you can see, not really. Areas you can see haven't really changed at all. Like the field, mainly just like what you're looking at, it looks a lot like 2002. And I was expecting a bigger difference across the board. And that's why, again, I looked at 22, 23, 24. Not much of a difference either. So shout out to EA Sports because they are not beating those roster claims. Graphically, the game has gotten a lot better, you know, and we actually do have locker rooms, which is cool. And I shouldn't say it doesn't look better. It looks better. It looks a lot better, as in the aspect of when you're looking around, it looks a lot more detailed like real life does. But when I'm saying from a general look, it looks very much the same. Like from a generalized look of looking from the field and all the way around, it looks generally the same. Now on the outside of the stadium, again, the areas you can't see, as I just mentioned, those are the areas that do actually look really good. Those areas look amazing because you can't see them. I swear, it's like, that's why after 19, EA Sports said, we're done upgrading the inside of the stadium. Let's upgrade the outside of the stadium. Let's make the outside of the stadium better, because who needs a good inside the stadium at this point? There's just no actual need for that. So they worked on the outside presentation, people walking around. They worked on, the roads, the highways, buildings around the stadium. When we look back in Madden 19, you saw the outside was pretty much a nothing burger. Now the outside is actually detailed. You have the Philly Stadium, you have water, you have solar panels on the roads, you have stuff like that, right? You actually have real true updates, and again, looks very much like real life. And that makes the inside the stadium, even though it is technically an upgrade, it makes it not that great, because it's not as great as the outside of the stadium. And also Madden 25, while it doesn't have the biggest maps of all time, the map is absolutely freaking humongously big for no reason. You have foliage all the way around. You have Lincoln Financial Field. You have pictures of the Eagles stuff on the outside. It actually looks really good. So, guys, if you want me to do this for more than one team, definitely tell me down below, and I don't mind doing it. If you want to do it for a certain team, just tell me what team you would like for me to do next, and we will go ahead and do that. But, as always, one crazy video at a time on this channel, and that's exactly what, I'm aiming for. If you did not see my Blitz the League 2 video earlier today, make sure you check that out. We're starting a new franchise series on Blitz the League 2 for the Sean Cosby. Yeah. It's as insanely crazy as you would think it would be. See you guys next one, though.